How's it going, everybody? It's me, Shane. I'm here to give you another Pokemon Horizons episode review. Today's episode is episode 27, entitled With My Friends. And since you guys are my friends, right? Come along with me. Hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can be notified of more reviews just like this one. I don't know if I mentioned back in episode 26, but they have a new intro, which I'm going to put in the description down below so you can see the video and everything like that. Well, it's the lyrics video, but it is the video for the song for the new. Well, I don't want to call it a new season, but I guess if you would have split this up on Netflix, which they probably will do, they're gonna split it up into seasons. Which this will be the start of a new season. One of the things that I don't think we ever really got in Pokemon, at least over here in the West, when you dubbed it, we got that Pokemon theme for a long time, and then we get to the Orange Islands and we got Pokemon World. I won't lie. The very early stages of Pokemon in the US, or should I say the dub Pokemon, those songs were fantastic. They get bad once you start getting the Sinnoh. You can very much tell what decade you're in based on how the song sounds. Yeah. Yeah. But I digress. This episode essentially is about trying to find the Black Rayquaza again. Unfortunately, as we do find out soon, well, we find out later, but it's very much hinted at in the very, very beginning, we are thwarted once again. It's still that same jerk. I wish I could remember his name. Spinel? The one with the Umbreon. It's apparently him once again throwing Dot off of the track. She's not getting the right information, and she's actually still pretty upset about what happened the last time that happened. She's upset still that Liko was put into danger, with the whole mind wipe thing that jackass did. Yeah, think about this now. That is a grown man willing to ruin the life of a young girl just to, I guess, obtain a goal. Which, if Liko has told her grandmother about that, I can see why she would be unbelievably pissed about old man. I'm just gonna call him old man Grady joining the Explorers, or should I say bastardizing the name of the Explorers, because as we found out last week, or should I say week before last, or last time I did this review, for episode 25, the Explorers are supposed to be friends of Lucian. So yeah, but this episode is literally, I don't want to call it a love letter to Sword and Shield or to Galar as a whole, but it kind of is. We're given lore, which is super tied in with the video game. Like, we see the wild area, which one of my favorite parts of playing Pokemon Sword was the wild area, and the fact that you can catch Pokemon that normally you have to evolve, especially the ones that you have to trade, like catching a Gengar, not having to wait till level 55 to get yourself a Dragonite, catching several other Pokemon that take a long time to evolve and or need trades. The wild area was amazing. I legitimately spent a lot of time just running around there. Also a good way of hatching eggs too. And we see this, and I love that Freed explains to a Roy who mistakes an Onyx for possibly Rayquaza. Like, hey, some Pokemon could be ferocious here. We got to be prepared. He gets the Pokeball ready, and Onyx just kind of looking at him, like, looking at all of them, like, and moves on. Fun fact about me, though. I like Onyx. It's so sad because in the game, Onyx is not really a good Pokemon. Like, he has high defense, but his HP is like, the base stat is like 35. You expect him to be slow, but his defense is like, what, 105 base stat? Like 130 base stat defense? Now we become Steelix, he's better, but I wish they would do a little bit more with Onyx. Where was the Crystal Onyx that I wanted? So I don't even think you can get Onyx in actually Scarlet and Violet at all either. That's kind of sad. Can't even do a Crystal Onyx in that game. But I digress. Roy, you should have caught an Onyx. I'm just saying Onyx needs to be given a little bit more due. At least, if not in the games, at least in the anime. I'm just saying. So, we get another lore drop about Galar, that the wild area can have strong Pokemon. Where's another one? We see tons. I call them cameos, but there's tons of Pokemon that are in the Galar region that we see in here. We got the annoying squirrel Pokemon, both the base form and the evolution, Scorvit and Cheeky Squirrel. They're annoying, and I'll get to them in a second. We see Wooloo. Yeah, Wooloo. We see Bolttown. Just Rookies, little baby first forms of Corviknight. Tons of Pokemon. Ninjask. I didn't know Ninjask was actually in those games either. Maybe they're not, but I don't know. But tons of Pokemon around. We even see a Dreadnought, which didn't know Dreadnought was that big. Did not know Dreadnought was that massive. Because again, during Ash's adventure, we didn't get to see every single gym leader because, hey, Ash doesn't need to get any more badges. I digress from that. Dreadnought is massive. Dreadnought is huge. And when the Pokedex, because none of them knew what it was, when the Pokedex says, hey, these things can be ferocious, better be careful. It waits for its prey to get to the water, and it's basically a snapping turtle. And when Terrapagos goes, turtle to turtle, the thing just yawns. Very funny moment where Roy sends Fuecoco at him. And when it yawns, Fuecoco just kind of falls on his face because, it's just yawning and it's friendly. I like that. I like that more Pokemon are friendly, which is interesting because if you all played Pokemon Arceus, man, I'm referencing a lot of video games in this anime review. If you play Pokemon Arceus, you have Paris, Shinx, and there's another Pokemon that's cute, but Paris and Shinx, they will run after you and attack you. Little tiny cute Pokemon run after you and attack you. You walk by Machopes, Machopes, and Machamps. They just kind of look at you like, what's up, little dude? That's it. These other cute Pokemon chase after you. So I learned a thing or two in those games that you can't trust them how they look. The scary Pokemon that could bite your head off maybe won't bite your head off. But essentially, this episode is all about the curry making. I was going to say curry, wrong. I'm about to say curry making, which was the thing from Sword and Shield in the Galar region. You make curry. Everyone's going nuts about this curry, right? Dot's never had it, and they're just like, and Liko's like, the next best thing to Pokemon is curry. Curry. But when we were making sandwiches, y'all were like, sandwiches are the shit, and this, hey, okay, then we better go to Alola. And I better see them go nuts over some masalas. I'm just saying, there's no other superfood, and I do gotta give the games credit. At least you allowed some integration with making some of these regional foods, which bring it close to your Pokemon, which is actually one of the things they brought up. And there's five keys to curry making, apparently. Give me one moment, because I definitely didn't write them on here, but I have them queued up, and this is you all are gonna love these 5 keys to curry making. It's so 5 steps are ingredients, berries, heat, stirring. All that is correct. All that's very correct. And then your last one is heart. They do this, right? Liko and Roy do this. And Dot is like, what? Like, yeah, it's heart. You got to put your heart into it. And cute ass Quaxly. I think I like Quaxly in the anime a lot because it reminds me of Donald Duck. It's just a Donald Duck Pokemon. It just does a little heart thing, and then she does it too. Don't know how that adds anything to it. I mean, well, it's just like the video game. You know, you put your ingredients, you put your berries. By the by, berries are part of the ingredients. I figured they were the same thing. I digress. That's actually how you make it in game. You gotta stir, make sure you don't spill, gotta make sure your heat's right, and then the heart meter goes down, and it's a video game. But I'm about to tell you about the stupid fat squirrel Pokemon. I'm sure Scorvit, I don't know if that's the evolution or if that's the base form. I don't really care about them as Pokemon. You know, I have Bunnelby and Diggersby. Those are better forms of that. I said what I said. Um, in the game, you shake the trees to get berries. They didn't shake trees because it's a little curry battle between Roy and Liko. Liko pulled Dot with her just to make sure she didn't go back to the Brave Asagi, their airship. And you have Roy pulling them down and dropping them to Fuecoco. And of course, Fuecoco is so innocently dumb that he's giving it to this fat squirrel. The squirrel's like, hand it over. Everyone they drop, he's giving it to them. When they get down there, it took all their berries. And then it gets a gang of the smaller forms. I might as well just pull this up right now. I know this is unprofessional, but who? I'm just gonna feel bad if I don't get this right. Eh, squirrel Pokemon that aren't Pachirisu. And the squirrel Pokemon are, we'll get it in a second because I just realized I'm also recording and trying to do several things at once. They are called Squovit. That's the first form. Ingredient. Yeah, ingredient makes sense because they're greedy. They're fat, greedy. It's this jackass of a Pokemon, Gradient. And Swoovit. There we go. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Swoovit. Those jerks. They dogpile Fuecoco, and Roy is yelling, and the girls can hear him from down there. They go and help him out. I love that the water gun gets them off of Fuecoco, but it also hits Fuecoco, so ouch. And they were going to share some of their berries. Unfortunately, Terrapagos ate most of Liko's berries, but the ones that Dot picked, she was going to share with Roy, but Roy needs those spicy berries. I think those are lychee berries in English. I didn't try even look up what the 1-to-1 ratio with the names in Japanese name, but Roy makes a spicy curry. Remember, he's from the island, and he's also, tan, well, brown skin. He has melanin, so I don't know what you would equate that to the real world. Is Roy just Polynesian, an islander, black? Could be black. Who knows? But he makes his stuff spicy. Liko makes hers. I don't want to say basic, but everybody enjoyed both curries. So, but anytime someone ate Roy's curry, their face would get red, legitimately. Even Captain Pikachu, which one of the tons of cute Pokemon moments in here. When Freed feeds Cap, that lets you know that's his partner. That's so adorable. But yeah, everybody enjoys the curry. Dot she prefers sweet things, right? Even though she doesn't get it, she does admit that eating food with friends is a lot better. And curry fosters bonds, just like in the games. Other cute Pokemon moments. When everyone runs off because they're trying to get Terrapagos before it messes with the Dreadnought, I love the look on Sprigatito's face. Just like, I have to do this. But I also like the fact that Fuecoco is not running after them unless Roy says, come on, let's go. All that. Quaxly being ready to go. Adorable. But when Dot didn't want to go, stuck by his partner. I don't know if they did this in Ash's last run. But I've said it time and time again. The way the Pokemon behave in this series more, they have more personality. Something that if you are here from when I did Digimon Ghost Game, when the Ghost Game showrunners were trying to make the Digimon more autonomous, which didn't really pan out all that well. Still seemed like some of them were babies. This seems like the Pokemon have distinct personalities. You see it more often. I love it. It's adorable. It's great. We already did the 5 keys. So we're about to slowly blend in here. Neato thing. Dot. She's been trying to do this video about multi-battles. Remember last week when I reviewed 26, and they're looking for Terrapagos, and Terrapagos interrupted the multi-battle video. She does the multi-battle video this time and explains about doubles. You can have You and your friends could do it together. You can have multi battles. You can have team battle. Well, multi battles are essentially you with three of your Pokemon kind of rotating, but multi battles with multiple people, 3-on-3 battles. And I like that for her 3-on-3 battle when they're holding up like stick Pokemon for her video. They're all Gen 1 Pokemon. I think there's like Ghastly, Electrode, Snorlax, Gengar, Pikachu. I don't remember the 6 Pokemon. And then she goes on to explain in multi battles, be careful because some of your moves can hurt your partners, such as Explosion. Hilarious because that guy from the Explorers, is watching her video going, yeah, Explosion. Remember, it was Sango, the girl who has the Glalie, who did Explosion, which basically wiped out Gargan Nicole. I'm trying to figure out how to say his name because the play on that Pokemon's name is Gargantuan and NaCl because it's a salt Pokemon. I'm trying not to call it Gargansalt. I just might start calling it Gargansalt. But yeah, that's very interesting. And of course, what are the Explorers doing? There's a meeting of all the, I guess you would call them administrators, which I guess Amatheo's part of it. And they're thinking, well, we got to go get Terrapagos. The Jerk Spino's already taking credit for messing with Dot again. We already told you that. They're supposed to meet someone somewhere, and they didn't. And we get a better look at one of the other members, a black woman who has a Medicham. Don't know her name. I'm sure they put her name out there, but she seems to be the more level-headed of like the admins, more quiet and reserved. But when they're all there, they're trying to say, yeah, we got to go out to Terrapagos. And Amatheo goes, no. Spino goes, well, I think we should just lay back and just kind of learn a couple of things. And Amatheo goes, no. See, they did analysis on Galarian Moltres and Arbolevia. Terrapagos isn't what awakened them. It was the Black Rayquaza coming to them that awakened those Pokemon. So he says, let's go find the Black Rayquaza. And all right, we're going to work together. Amatheo's like, I ain't working with y'all. Whoever the first person gets is the first person to get it. I'm doing my own thing. He is so obvious that he's going to break up from that group. Don't know when. I'm at 27 episodes. I'm pretty sure they're at 31 episodes. I got 30, at least 30 episodes. Pretty sure by episode 60, he's probably going to be like, Explorers weren't what I thought they were. I'm going to join the Brave Usagi. I'm going to be a rising Voltekker. Then that intro, what should I say? That outro intro where they do the little hand gesture, it's going to get a lot bigger. I can see him joining. But at the same time, I can also see him, Cornea, and Zur. I can see all three of them being like new Team Rocket that actually kind of gets things accomplished more of the time and just splintering off. Who knows? This is just me speculating. But oh yeah, that's everything. I basically give everything. But towards the end, we're trying to, after we wrapped up our, I don't want to call it picnic, our curry party, which Liko has to reassure Dot because Dot comes clean about, the whole not wanting her to get hurt again, blaming herself. She says, look, you've done a lot for us. You've given us tons of information. You've led us in the right direction. You take care of the ship. You are one of the people that should not worry about any of this. And then Dot tells her, well, look, you also work really hard. You've been pushing yourself way too hard. Chill out. So you appreciate that little camaraderie right there. Later on, we figure out how, I don't want to call Roy dumb, but he doesn't know what an antique is because Diana, when Roy says, well, how about instead of searching for the Pokemon, we search for anybody who knows anything about the Pokeballs. And Diana has a buddy who is an antiquer. He doesn't know what an antique is. She has to explain what an antique is. And then I have to remember, oh yeah, this is a show for children. Children might not know what an antique is. I withdraw my statement about Roy being dumb. Reckless, but I won't call him dumb. So they're off to find an antique guy, which, spoiler for the next episode, apparently this dude's a bit of a thief. And so that's going to be very, very interesting. But yes, that is our episode. I'm going to give this one a solid 4. I'm 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 starting to kind of lean away from doing the rating sometimes because fives are super perfect. Like especially for Pokemon, a 5 is like an amazing battle. If you do a battle whole episode and the battle's great, uh, emotion, you get a little bit of backstory in there. The dialogue and the characters make smart decisions. Those get 5s from me. This has a lot of, I don't want to say lore. There's a lot of built-in things that they said, hey, this is from the video game. Remember this? We're trying to make this heart thing make sense. It doesn't make sense in this world, but we're gonna say it anyway. I adore this love letter to Pokemon. And think, what is Pokemon? It's Pokemon this 25th anniversary. Oh boy, I feel old just thinking about that. Pokemon is 25 and I'm 10 years older than Pokemon. Yeah. So all of this is a great love letter for all of Pokemon. Solid 4 for me. Let me know what you think, please, in the comment section below. What do you think of this episode? Where are you at in the series? Have you been enjoying it so far? I know I have. I'm When it comes to the intros, this new one's nice because the animation for it, like when Roy's calling out the fire attack for Fuecoco, that looks really good. Looks really good. And for a good intro, not just the song, but the animations with it can really make people just stick and watch your show. Period. But again, leave a comment down below. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe right there, and hit that notification bell so you can be notified of more reviews like this. I know I keep you guys waiting, but I promise I will always deliver eventually. So thank you once again. I hope you had a great holiday weekend. If you celebrate, please be good, be blessed. Wash those hands, drink some water. Be good to yourselves, be good to others. Either way it goes, don't be a jerk, and make sure you're staying safe out there, all right? Remember, there are people out there that care about you and would rather talk to you today than to miss you and mourn you tomorrow. So reach out to someone. Your mental health is important. Your emotional health is important. And there are people that care about you. Feel free to follow me on social media. It's right down there in the description. Just follow me. Send me a message. Say hi. I promise I'll get to you as soon as I can. Just don't be a jerk and we'll be good. All right. All right, guys. Well, until next time, I cannot wait to see where this is going because if we're dealing with another thief who seems to have some interesting Pokemon with him, I cannot wait. So I'll catch you next time.